Hi, good morning. I am doing my journal in the practical number two. My name is Danny. Uh, this is like a best idea about what I was doing on my practices. So the topic is hit the headlines. The course is third baccalaureate. The lesson plan is the number one. All of it is a teaching process. On the previous videos, on the first semester, I have everything written on the board. But I discovered that the ideas come better uh, when you are speaking and writing at the same time and checking ideas. So I'm going to start on this way. We have the activation, building, and wrap up. In the activation, I have that the teacher will provide a photograph of a newspaper about sports and students have to get ideas about it. So what is the point here? I checked on the book that in that text I could find WH questions. And what WH questions are? WH questions are why, when, how, where. So those can be very useful for third baccalaureate students. That is the activation. In the building, I prepare that students have to focus on paragraph. Also, they have to find sentences with quotation marks. Okay? So, the students will receive different photographs. Okay? And they will have to provide many ideas about those photographs, like brainstorming. That is the building. So they have to look at a photograph and explain. For example, if it is what can you see in the photograph? If I want to make question with where does the photograph was taken? Something like that. So the student have to discuss about it. In the wrap up, the teacher will require students to work in pairs and make questions with WH questions. So with what, when, where. Okay? That is in the wrap up. So, but this time is based on personal experiences about things that had happened in their lives. Also, we have this section, the negative aspects and the positive aspects. In the negative aspects, I realized that some of the students already know what WH questions are. Maybe they can get bored by looking at a photograph and discussing. But I think that this is a good activity that can be the positive aspects because they can practice once again about things about WH questions. So there are pros and cons. Also, I have why the activities. Why the activities? Well, I choose this activity because when I was learning how to be a teacher, I had many exercises where all the skills were involved: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. All in with a only photograph, with only one. So the teacher asked us, "What do you see in the photograph?" Then we were practice the speaking part. Okay, so can you write a paragraph about what can you see in the picture, and then it turns into story? That is writing. Reading. Can you read the small words located in the photograph? Reading, even though you read only a word, so it can be that. And listening. So can you imagine what can you listen? What can the person in in the photograph is saying. So that is, and from that class, I discovered that with only one thing, you can practice many skills. All the abilities can be involved there. It depends on how can you project that activity. It looks very simple, but it has like a vast meaning when you apply that. Okay. Also, there is a section that is called changes in my plan. Well, there are many ways that I can change how I plan. So, in the previous videos, I mentioned that I like to have this section because this section it was taken from the school where I work and continue working. For that part, I think that is okay. But on the way that I express the idea, it can change. For example, in activation, I can show the students, okay guys, so we have the WH questions. The WH questions are why, when, how, where, when. Okay? So, I could start on asking them questions. So, at the beginning, I provide them what they are going to learn. Then I can give them a text, and in the text they can circle sentences, and maybe they can take the sentences out and make questions based on those sentences. That could be a really good idea, I think. Then after that, they learn the WH questions, words, and they learn how to turn a sentence into a question. Could be that one of the students or two maybe don't know how to make questions, but I can help them. Also, I want to mention something that I really forgot. In my previous videos is about how the activities can be adapted to persons that have special needs. Well, I can provide those students that need help. Could be like a map in a chart that it says my checking list. I don't know any name. So maybe that students or those students can have like a resume of what is being teaching in the class. So when they finish the class, they can go to their homes and check again. So it's a way to remember the things. Something that I want to mention that I really love are making mimics to explain things. Also to have like poster. This is what I forgot to put in my previous videos. So images. Those are things that are really cool because that catch the students' attention. No matter what the age they are going to look for specific things. What called their attentions at the beginning that you enter to the class. It could be a picture, it could be a photograph, it could be a poster, a flashcard, etc. Many things. So I can change that in the building part and activation. Okay, wrap up. How can I make a wrap up? So now for the situation, I can use a web page like a Hooped, things like that. Those are nice tools that students can get involved easily. They know, okay, I'm winning, I am participating. They are playing, but they are learning. That is the point. So those are the things that I can change. So I want to say that we don't have to forget about the kids that have special needs. We need to adapt, not only in papers, not only in the planification. We have to adapt in the class the way that we are teaching. We have to show something personalized to them. We have to personalize the teaching parts so that will make us good teachers. Thank you so much.